10 o'clock, feeding for the guap.
Hey YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood natural Lex, back with another natural hair video for you guys. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you an SD update. SD stands for seborrheic dermatitis. In my previous videos, I was actually saying seborrheic dermatitis, and at this point, I don't know which one it is because I've heard other people say seborrheic and I was saying seborrheic. Either way, for the duration of this video, we're going to refer to it as SD. I have SD. I was diagnosed with it, I would like to say back in like 2000. I was gonna say like 2014. I honestly can't remember. I do have SD and I did receive my diagnosis from a dermatologist. It was not something that I just found on Google. I have struggled with this condition, not me being dramatic. I've struggled with this condition since my diagnosis back in whatever year that was. And since then, it's kind of just been like a whole process of me trying to find a routine that fits for me. When I first received my diagnosis, the dermatologist basically told me that this was something that I'm gonna have for like the rest of my life. And he ended up prescribing me a shampoo as well as some drops to provide me with relief. I stopped using the shampoo and the drops once they were prescribed. Like I probably used them for a few months, and after that, like I never went and got the prescription refilled. And my reason for that was just because the shampoo didn't get rid of it all the way. It basically just like lessened my symptoms. I just didn't feel like it was right for me to have to pay for this shampoo when I could just go and find something and use what I actually like, something that's made for natural hair. So I stopped using the shampoo. I also stopped using the drops that were prescribed to me because the drops had alcohol in them and I was not comfortable with putting alcohol on my scalp. So prior to me being natural, I was relaxed. When I was relaxed, I did not have this issue. It's been tough because a lot of naturals who have established platforms on social media, they do not deal with this. There is also scalp psoriasis, which is kind of similar to SD. But when it comes to SD, basically like my scalp produces a lot of oil, and that oil then turns into flakes. It gets the name from sebum. Sebum is oil. So I think I also kind of have it on my skin sometimes too, because you can also have SD on the skin. Like around the corners of my nose, there have been times where like it will get very, very oily right here, and it will kind of start to itch. And I will scratch, and then as a result of me scratching and the oil, like I'll kind of have like these little cuts right here. This is like TMI, but I'm just telling you guys that this is real, and some of y'all might have this too. So I'll get like these little cuts that will burn because of the itching and the oil, and then it will just like scab over a little bit and get kind of hard right here. So that's also something that I deal with. I don't deal with that as much as I do the SD on my scalp, but I do sometimes have these little flare-ups around my nose. Something's going on with my lighting, and I think it's because the sun is trying to come out. So I had to do a little bit of rearranging because the sun decided to come out while I was filming, and you could totally see that. You can also see my unmade bed in the background, but that is okay because I come to you guys in my most rare and true form on here, so there's really no need for me to try to pretend like I made my bed up this morning, because I didn't. I'm not one of those make your bed up type of girls, okay? Anyways, sorry for that side tangent. I used to be very, very embarrassed about my scalp condition because or I shouldn't say nobody, but it seems like nobody was dealing with the same thing as me, especially when it comes to representation on YouTube. Like none of the girls that I watch experience this. So I also used to feel like people would think that I have very poor hygiene because of my scalp condition, and it also kind of makes me a little bit self-conscious when I am wearing protective styles because you can see the flakes in between my parts. And this is also a reason why I've been mainly doing my protective styles myself, because I don't want to pay somebody to braid my hair and then me end up taking the braids out 2 weeks later because my scalp just can't take it. So really it kind of helps me, because if I'm the person who's doing my braids, I'm not wasting money. All I'm paying for is the hair. Let's get into this routine. So when I explained to you guys about my condition or whatever, this was like back in 2020, I believe, when I first made the video. Since then, I've done a couple of dandruff scratching videos as well, just, you know, telling you guys about my condition. And I think I might have did a wash routine, not really a wash day routine, but it was a video where I was trying out the As I Am Dry and Itchy Scalp Care Shampoo. And that, my friends, was like November 2020 maybe, when I had started using that shampoo. In that video, I was very approving of that shampoo. My feelings in that moment were real. However, as I continued to use the As I Am Dry and Itchy Scalp Care Shampoo, I kind of felt like I had reached like a plateau, because it was working really, really well at the beginning, and then afterwards I started to see that my scalp would kind of like revert back to what it was like before I used it. So I really don't know if that was a me thing or if that was a product thing. So I stopped using it. After I stopped using that, I started using the T-Gel shampoo, or no, it's not T-Gel, T-Sal shampoo from Neutrogena. And I had started using this because I noticed that my sister had it, and my sister used to have a similar scalp type of situation. And then I went and bought my own because I thought that it was a good deal. I was using the Neutrogena T-Sal for, y'all, I really don't know, it was a few months. That really worked for me. However, it would make my scalp really, really dry. So I stopped using that. Now what I'm using is the Design Essentials Peppermint and Aloe shampoo, and OMG, I absolutely love that shampoo. The lather is amazing. The sensation is amazing. Y'all know some shampoos can actually like tangle your hair and kind of make it hard to shampoo. This shampoo is so good because it has a good lather, and it's easy to kind of like work through your hair, which I really, really, really like. So I use that, and if you guys have not seen my updated wash day routine, you can go and check that out, because I'm pretty sure that video would have came out before this one. I do use that for my first shampoo, and then after I use a moisturizing shampoo. It's the Honey Cream shampoo, also from Design Essentials. When I went and got my blowout from my stylist back in February, I let her know that I had switched over to the Design Peppermint Aloe shampoo, and she suggested that I use the Honey Cream shampoo for my second lather and rinse, because the Peppermint and Aloe could dry out my hair and the Honey Cream shampoo would like put the moisture back in. So the two Design Essential shampoos are so top tier. Like, the lather that I get from both those products is amazing. It does take a little bit longer to wash out because there's like so many suds and bubbles and stuff, but I think that that combination, it really does a really good job with cleaning my hair, cleaning my scalp, making sure that all the products build up, oil, sweat. Y'all know wash and goes have been like my thing for a very, very long time. So I use a lot of mousse and a lot of gel. And I think that those two shampoos do a really, really good job of making sure that my hair is clean. Then I will follow up with the conditioner that's also from Design Essentials. Like, Design Essentials, sponsor you, girl. It's like the almond butter, something like that. It's really, really, really good. And I will leave that on, rinse that out, and then follow up with my leave-in. I don't really have a specific leave-in that I'm using nowadays. I kind of just use whatever I have up under my bed, which is where I keep my hair products. My leave-in conditioner can range from Mielle Organics. Last week I used TGIN. I also have some Aunt Jackie's. I have a Design Essentials leave-in in a spray bottle, but I prefer to use that one when I'm doing blowouts. So my leave-in, I don't really have a set leave-in, but as far as my shampoo and conditioner, I have been on the Design Essentials wave for a few months now, and I think it's going really, really well. So once I do my leave-in, I'll follow up with my styling products. My wash and goes go-to so far for like at least the past year or so, it has been mousse and gel. It has really been doing it for me. It used to be a leave-in and a gel, but I really think that the mousse does a really, really good job. Let's discuss how often I wash my hair. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This past time that I washed my hair, I had not washed my hair in 3 weeks. And as somebody with SD, you cannot do that. I mean, you can do that, but it will be very, very uncomfortable because you're gonna have a bunch of flakes and you're gonna have itching, discomfort. I don't know what possessed me to do that, but I've really been tapping into my lazy, natural era. And the thing with that is, it's so unfair because a lot of other girls who don't experience SD or scalp psoriasis or something similar, they can go weeks without washing their hair and be fine. But if you have a scalp condition, it's like you can't go that long because it's going to be uncomfortable. But when you have SD, it's best to wash your hair on a weekly basis because that's going to help you to make sure your scalp is clean. And if you're somebody like me who's very active, you just have to think about the sweat, the oil, the product buildup, and plus flakes on top of your hair. You don't want that to sit on your scalp. It's very, very uncomfortable. So for me, I was washing my hair every single week on the dot. However, I've been lazy. I don't always feel like dealing with, you know, a whole wash day routine. So yes, for the last 3 weeks, I have been rocking dirty hair, and it was actually amazing. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's the fact that I didn't have to take a whole day to wash my hair. Now, normally my wash days last around 3 to 4 hours, so it's not all day, but y'all also gotta think about the fact that if I don't do it on a weekend and I do it during the week, I'm spending 8 hours at work and then another 4 hours to do my hair. So like, that's the whole day that's gone. I don't always like to do that. So I really was enjoying not having to do my wash days. And I think that if I can stretch it out, I might start going at least 2 weeks in between my wash days. This go round, I did not experience a lot of itching. I did have flakes, but as far as itching, the itching was cut down to a minimum. That's also another reason why I didn't feel the need to wash my hair this go round, this last almost month basically, because I wasn't really feeling a lot of discomfort. Now, like I said, I did have flakes, but the fact that my hair was up, you couldn't really see it, and I really wasn't manipulating my hair a whole lot. However, it was up in a puff and sometimes in a bun. In regards to what I do after, we need to talk about grease. Now, listen, there's been so much back and forth and debate on whether or not grease is good for our hair. All I can tell y'all is that I have been using the sulfur 8 medicated grease. Let me show y'all. It actually says it's a hair and scalp conditioner, and I honestly don't even know, like, I don't think I would ever, hold on, let me look at the directions. Apply to the affected area 1 to 4 times daily or as directed by a doctor. Why is it a hair and scalp conditioner though? Because when I hear the word conditioner, it sounds like something I need to wash out. Should I be using this as a conditioner? What if I put all this on my scalp while I was conditioning? Should we try that? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, this is something that I use once my hair is completely dry. Also, if I'm doing a protective style, this is a must, because I try to keep my protective styles in for at least 2 weeks. And so this helps cut down on the flakes. It also provides a little bit of relief, and it's like really, really tingly or whatever. And I really, really like that. So it doesn't smell the best. I don't think it stinks. I think it just smells very, very medicated. And I also don't think this is a smell that I would like to smell like all the time, but like, what's a girl to do? You know, I don't want to walk around with a flaky scalp. I've also been using the Wild Growth hair oil like around my edges and like just my hairline, perimeter, whatever. And that is because my hair started thinning up here a little bit, and I do think that it was a result of the SD. I used to get so much buildup around the perimeter of my scalp. Like, if y'all go and look back at my first SD video when I took out those knotless braids 2 years ago almost, there was so much flakes around here, like so much flakes around here. And I have to get that off of my scalp. I can't just leave it there. Otherwise, when I wash my hair, like, I'm not gonna get a good wash. So I started using the Wild Growth hair oil. I think it's been doing a really good job with conditioning my, not conditioning, but like making sure that my edges and stuff are moisturized, because I really don't use a whole lot of products in between my wash days. I will use water and sometimes a leave-in, but as far as like any type of heavy products, I really don't put a whole lot on my hair. So I've been using a Wild Growth hair oil like every other day or whatever. That also has a very medicated smell. So I put it on at night and I kind of like rub it in a little bit, because I don't know, I want for them to start making these hair oils and stuff and these scalp treatments to smell a little bit better, because I don't want to be walking around smelling like medication. Like, come on. When I go to the gym, I pretty much leave my hair just like this. I leave it down. I do not put my hair up unless I was already wearing a puff. But as far as me doing a specific style, no, I just leave it like this. I like working out with my fro. I don't really find it to be an issue or anything like that. I normally have on headphones, so like this kind of gets pushed back and I have like the front sections like kind of in my face or whatever. But yeah, I don't really have a specific style or anything like that I do wear to the gym. I kind of just let my hair do what it does and leave it at that. No need to complicate things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. So I don't really have a problem with my hair the way that it looks, that is, after the gym. A lot of people, or a lot of women I should say, they always want their hair to look fresh. And for me, if I feel like my hair needs to be refreshed or touched up, I'll just apply some more mousse and gel and just go about my business. But because I do go to the gym so frequently now, it's not like it's going to last. Like, my hair is not going to last a whole bunch of days. Honestly, after like day 4, day 5, it's gonna be looking how it's looking. Like, this is day 2. I haven't been to the gym yet today and it's already frizzy at the roots. It's already losing definition. But this doesn't really bother me. And if it does bother me, I will just use some product and put it on my hair. So that pretty much sums up my SD hair care routine. I hope that answered any of your questions. If you have any additional questions, please leave them down below for me. Be sure to follow your girl on, where are we following me? Instagram at buymealexis, and follow me on TikTok also at buymealexis, and follow my hair Instagram, which is lexhairlooksgood, and I will see you guys in my next video.
They just wanna get closer to me, getting colder to me. You ain't no one to me. They won't fuck me over, my team way too cautious and we too sober to leave it. 10 o'clock, feeding for the guap. I be beaming, losing